this is a huge sign that you are on the verge of a massive breakthrough, is that you are unbothered. The attacks, the subliminals that come upon you. Now, whether these subliminal actions, they're coming from co-workers or they're coming from employers, they are coming from your significant other, they may be coming from your children, they may be coming from your family. Whatever these subliminal attacks are, you are unbothered by them because you have fully surrendered and cast all your worries and your burdens. You gave them to God. God knows what you need, when you need it, and God will be there to reveal to you the things that he needed to remove you from. As I kept trying to move forward and move forward and move forward, and I was drawn closer to God, something else would come up against me. The wise man may fall 7 times. That is do you get up? Because see, when you get up, even when you are bruised, even when you are scared, even when you are shaken, even when you are afraid, do it afraid. Get up and take that next step. God, I don't know what to do. God, I throw my hands up because at this point I am overwhelmed. At this point I am burdened. I was just so lost and I was afraid to take another step because it was like every time I take a step in a direction to work towards repairing my life, I couldn't quite figure out what was going wrong in my life. And all I could think about, it kept taking me back to my childhood. And it was like, well, things been going on since I was a kid. And these attacks has been up against me since I was a child. But each time I try and each time I get up and I take another step, the attacks come at me harder. See, when you trust God and you know that I may be hurting in this season, God, my body is aching. God, my heart is broken. God, my mind is entangled. God, the weeds and the seeds that are planted in my body, they are determined to trip me up, to cause me to lose my way. But God, I trust you and I know that you are a way maker. God, I know that you create miracles through prayer, through belief, through knowing, through a lot of detoxing. And when I say detoxing, I mean purifying of my body and drinking herbal teas, that was fasting, that was praying, that was cutting out anything in my life that wasn't feeding my soul. You are allowing the blind to lead you. The blind will typically lead you to a ditch, okay? But God will have a tunnel in that ditch that will lead you right back to safety. So even though you may skate on thin ice, anytime you continuously do the same thing over and over and over again, and you expect a different result, or you expect something different from people that has continuously showed you the same thing over and over again, it's like no matter what you do, what you give to these people, they just continuously show you who they are. If you fail to believe these people when they show you who they are, and when you fail to acknowledge their true intentions, then that means that it's required of you to stop. God did not create me to make excuses for the people who hurt me. When I got to that space of being unbothered, I really pulled into the space where I said, I'm not going to allow nothing external to get on the inside of me and to attack my belief. I'm not going to be going from place to place or moving from here and here and trying to help this person and help that person, because meanwhile, I was being fueled by Satan's kingdom and I didn't even know it. See, I always knew that there was a light that's on the inside of me that was a lot brighter than a lot of the people that I came in contact with. But I'm not that type of person that seeks approval or that needs all attention on me. I never really sought much attention. I remained humble. I believe that it was the humility of my soul. I believe that it was the humility of my spirit. I believe that it was the light that entered the spaces before I entered them that ensured that I would make it out of a situation, even though the attempts upon my life and the pits that was set in front of me and the attacks that was set in front of me for me to fall into them, I somehow made it out of these situations and I stepped over these situations. And I believe that it happened because of the grace and of the mercy. Psalm chapter 7, verse 9 through 11. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just. For the righteous God tests the hearts and minds. My defense is of God, who saves the upright in heart. God is a just judge, and God is angry with the wicked every day. God judges the hearts and the minds of us, and God also judges the wickedness, the darkness that moves through high places. See, the attack of the enemy wants to hijack your mind and to carry you into these dark spaces. If you feel that you are trapped in a location, or you are trapped in a relationship, or you are trapped in a specific place, you need to kick that door down and move through that. And in other instances, sometimes you need to kick the door shut and you need to close off access and not allow people to have access to you, because oftentimes they will just keep on pulling from you. And the very ones that pulled from you and took from you, they not even there to reach their hand out to help you. They are not there to give you encouraging words. They are not there as a source of support for you. Meanwhile, most times they was only there to use you. But the enemy doesn't quite realize that God carries you, that God preordained your steps, that God protects you. So for the enemy to hijack your mind and basically move you as if you were a martyr upon the earth, God is a just judge. See, there may have been many attempts of defamation of your character, but God sees all. There may have been attacks on your life. God protects you. There may have been lies that were spread about you. God knows the truth.